Ellie Conway is a reclusive novelist who writes best-selling espionage novels about a secret agent named Argylle. However, when the plot of her books start to mirror the covert actions of a real-life spy organization, Ellie gets drawn into the world of spies and espionage, and the line between fiction and reality begin to blur. Now, I know there are a lot of summer movies that I could be talking about right now. There are plenty of other better and more topical films that people are watching after all, but I recently decided to watch Argylle for no good reason, and that's the movie that I can't help but want to talk about. And I think that's because Argylle feels less like an actual movie, and more like a series of twists that happen for absolutely no good reason. Seriously, there are so many twists and turns in this film that I had no idea what to expect during each and every scene, aside from the fact that there was going to be a twist of some kind after every 5 minutes. And the narrative just refuses to stop twisting all the way up until the post-credit scene, which, if you couldn't have guessed, felt really fucking exhausting after a while. And that's coming from a Matthew Vaughn fan. I happen to really like his directorial style, his sense of humor, and his general flair for action, but Argylle feels really lacking in all of these departments. Yes, the movie can be fun at times, but I think that's mostly because it features a really strong cast, and everyone in this cast had solid chemistry with one another. I liked seeing Bryce Dallas Howard in the lead role, and I especially liked seeing Sam Rockwell as a schlubby spy of sorts, but the endearing cast members can't make up for how silly, over the top, and unnecessarily convoluted this movie really is. I mean, maybe if the tone was a bit more grounded, or if the stakes felt a bit more realistic, or if the story was a bit more straightforward, Argylle could have been a much better movie. But as it stands now, the overabundant amount of silly plot twists make the film lack any sense of tension, suspense, or cohesion in general. And while I am happy for the people who were able to enjoy this movie for what it is, I personally found Argylle to be too stupid for its own good. And I don't mind watching dumb action flicks from time to time, but Argylle is made up of nothing more than a series of cliches. Cliches that the movie is actively trying to make fun of, ironically enough. And I get that Vaughn likes to parody the spy genre a lot, but he failed to give this movie any clever wit or meaningful substance of its own, which makes Argylle a satirical film that doesn't have anything insightful to say about anything. And I've had the same criticism about every Matthew Vaughn film since Kingsman: The Golden Circle. So I do hope that Vaughn will decide to direct something that isn't Kingsman related one day, because I really do miss the quality of his older films. But at any rate, I just wanted to share my initial thoughts on the film after I just finished watching it, which is to say that Argylle would definitely not get a recommendation from me. And since I really don't have more to say about this movie as a whole, I probably won't be expanding upon these thoughts in any other video. But I do appreciate anyone who took the time to hear my thoughts on this 5-month-old movie, so as always, thanks for watching.